Okay. So, I decided that I wanted to test out 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate and the catch on my Xiangling. So, most of this is Ball's set. Well, not, yeah, this is from Ball. This one it rolled really badly, but at least it rolled crit rate twice. Yeah, then we've got, this one, which is also not from Ball. Still not amazing, but not the worst. And we have this one, which is from Ball, which is amazing. We have this one, which is also from Ball, and also pretty good. We have the catch. Still R1, I haven't gotten around to raising that. And these are the talent levels we're looking at. And the reason I'm doing this is because I finally got my C6 of Xiangling. Now, this is by no means optimal. Optimal would be obviously R5 for the catch. And we would want, not this. Not this. That's pretty good, but not amazing. These ones are pretty close. We definitely would want a little bit more energy recharge, I guess. Right, so, obviously with Emblem of Severed Fate, 300% is best, because that's when you cap out the buff. Although, honestly, 240 is probably all you really need, because at that point it might just hit the point of diminishing returns. But, we have pretty low crit damage and really good crit rate. Now, the reason I'm not worried about that low crit damage is because of the catch, since the only thing that matters for this build is her burst. And that gives 16% elemental burst crit rate, sorry, crit damage. Oh, that's just damage actually, sorry. Oh, I misread that. Crit rate is still up by 6%, so that means it's actually 71 for that. And then that does mean that the crit damage needs to be fixed. However, I don't want to sacrifice the crit rate for it. I do not think that would be worth it. I feel like getting, well, let's see, yeah, because we would be losing 30% of our 71, putting it, 31, that would put us back down to 40, which is not something I want to have, because it would put us down to 46 if I swapped over to this, which is not the worst. It's not much worse than what I had before, but I do like we can try both here. But yeah, now, I don't have a leveled ER timepiece from this set, because this is my only one I've ever gotten in 5-star, and it's terrible. It's actually terrible. Yeah. This one's 4-star and also terrible. So, she's using this, which has lots of crit rate and a bit of crit damage. Also, just to make sure that she wasn't getting overshadowed by supports, got Xingqiu. As you can tell, he's not exactly optimized. He's got a level 40 R3 sack sword, which I got the level 40 exclusively for this. Probably not going to use it more until I get it to higher level. He's got a barely leveled, except for this one piece, Emblem of Fate set. And then we've got only C3. And his talents aren't that high either. So, he shouldn't be overshadowing her. We've got Bennett on my healing build, so he's not going to be doing too much damage, which is nice. So he won't be overshadowing her, and he will be buffing her. Now, maybe I'll try it with Bennett the first time, then without Bennett after. Xiangling is just my normal HP because it's funny build. Got C0, talents 477. Yeah, Xiangling's gonna be the one doing almost all the damage. Now, I tried this before. I didn't catch many of the numbers, and I did not have my ult at the end of it. But that's because it's the Cryo Registine, so it dies pretty quickly. Alright. So we're gonna try this first without Xiangling's shield. Alright, so we're going to do this, then we're just going to go ult. Alright, so now, start hitting him like so. We can do some vaporize. Alright, looks like 20k vaporize. Alright. That's what we're looking at. For without Xiangling's shield. I believe it's 22k with his shield. So we can just do really basic math. It's elemental and physical res in a smaller way by 20%. So would be actually 24k then. Yeah. So that's that. Now the I guess we'll just go over right. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm going to do a few swaps. So I'm going to be first off switching around a bit so that we have crit damage instead of crit rate hack. So that'll obviously be getting bigger numbers but less consistently. That's how crit damage crit rate works. Now I really don't like having this goblin on her, but to be fair, this one wasn't all that much better. So I'll also probably try 2-piece Burning Witch and 2-piece Noblesse as well to see if that's any stronger than this one. I don't think it should be though, because she's getting a much higher buff from this. Goba would do more though. So with this one we have much less attack actually, like 70 less attack. We have 40% crit rate, but keep in mind we get an additional 6% so that, from the catch. That's 46.8% actually, which isn't terrible. We have 161% crit damage, which is much higher than, yeah, all that is the same. Now I kind of want to, I guess for consistency I need to try it with Xingqiu first. Alright. Also, Goba is ridiculously powerful actually. Let's see, so we're just gonna do this, right? See if we can, oh, we actually got the Sack Sword to trigger even at only R3. Alright, so let's see if we can, so yeah, 10k there, 11k, okay, only 2k, alright, so, what kind of damage we're looking at there, so we'll go ahead and do this, right, wait for our, go down here, oh well, so yeah, I think that's pretty good. I don't want to use my ult here because it might take a little while to get it back. Probably not very long, but also he'd just die before I could use him to get it back. So honestly, there's no reason to keep fighting him. No reason really not to. I'm just waiting for the thing to respawn. Alright, so now he has the Hydra on him. Well, he walked through the grass, so it didn't actually do the vaporize. That's unfortunate. Is he supposed to be applied to the Hydra when he hits me? Yeah, there. Okay. Oh, I couldn't see that number. Well, it's 6k without on a crit, and vaporize should roughly double that. I'm also going to try it out with the Dragon's Bane. I don't know. Yeah, so she does like no physical damage, although he does have some slight resistance to physical, but she also has no physical boost and really low attack at the moment. Oh boy. So we're gonna go back to the Regisfine. We're gonna try it out again. I am still slightly, very slightly, worried about the crit rate. I don't think it should be too much of an issue. And with the 62% increased crit damage, should see like 62% higher crits. That makes sense. Alright, I'll go that. Alright, Go ahead and do this. Drop Goba here. Okay. Alright. 16k. 30k. There we go. Alright. Interesting. 30k is not too shabby. Because there are a lot of hits of that. Alright. So, next thing I would want to test would probably be... Do I go for the Dragon's Bane next, or... Oh boy. Let's just go like over... I believe that there's some stuff right here. Yeah, so... Do we go for Dragon's Bane next, or do we go for... So with the Dragon's Bane though, we won't have nearly as much energy recharge. We'll be losing like 45%, which puts us below 200. Well, barely, but it was below 200%, which means we're not even getting 50% boost from this. Although 50% is still higher than 35, which would be 20% burst damage and 15% pyro, if that's actually, if I'm correct on how that would work with Noblesse Burning Witch. We would also lose some attack and gain a ton of elemental mastery, so our Vaporize would be doing a lot more. And with the Dragon's Bane as well, whenever it's affected by Hydro, we do a lot more damage, or Pyro even, we do a lot more damage, because my Dragon's Bane recently got up to R4. So that's a lot. Alright, yeah. First try swapping it over to the Dragon's Bane. And then, at the end, I'll do my normal build. So this one, alright, let's see, we probably want, for the Dragon's Bane, we'll have higher, we might have higher base damage. I don't know. So do we want to swap back over to crit rate? We want to try it with crit damage first. Well, we're going to do both. Alright. Oh. Well, sometimes it's the slimes. Oh wait, slimes will spawn here if you blow the dandelions. I don't have an Animo on my team. There's going to be slimes right here though. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, oh, Zinto does too much damage. Not just for a 4-star, he just does too much damage in general. Alright, so we've got a bit of... There we go. So now that's full. Is it, probably hasn't respawned quite. Maybe it has, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Oh god, this doesn't look nice. Let's see. We'll see. I could also test it out on a different boss, but I feel like just for consistency's sake, we should keep trying it out on this. And because this thing dies within the length of Xiangling's ult, so it's not gone. Right then. Guess I'll just go up here for a second and see if there's any of the fish I need for the catch refinements. Alright. There are not. That's unfortunate. Alright. Enemies. It has respawned now. Alright, there we go. Ah, gosh. Okay, give it a second to calm down. And, alright. Oh, it did not help. Didn't make it worse, but it did not help. Alright, so we'll land like that. Xiangling. Alright, drop the Goba. It'll give him the decreased pyro res just like so. Right, shoot. This first, and then we go ahead and do this. Now, alright, so we're seeing 37k. That's much higher. Well, I feel like that's pretty definitive. And it was what, 20k for the crit. Wait, what was it? 22k? I think it was 20k for the crit rate hat. So the crit damage one. With the catch. So now we'll try this. Alright. So it looks like the Dragon's Bane bonus is just too much for the catch. Although, losing that crit rate from the catch is, I don't know. Honestly, I think it has a lot less effect than I expected it to. Also, did they remove this ruin guard here? The last few times I've been here, it wasn't there. I swear there was a ruin guard, like, right where I'm teleporting right now. Is there one? I haven't seen it the last few times I've been here. Okay, yeah, so it's like... Also, there's that archer that glitches into the rock. It's here now. Okay. So the last few times I've been here it wasn't, which was really strange. How have I triggered my sack sword every time when it's only R3? Anyways, he's got... Alright, we got I realized actually that, it doesn't work. Dragon's Bane doesn't work when you're not on the field. And that was a really big disappointment when I realized that. Like, it would be a lot cooler if you did. You know? Yeah, I just... Oh. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, right. Boop. Alright. Respawn? Probably not. Enemies. No, it's respawning still. 1 minute, darn. Alright. So. And there's one more thing I really want to test in this video. I probably won't end up making a video on other team comp ideas I had. Like, let's see. I do kind of want to do it in a vacuum without Bennett. I don't know. I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes long, so probably just one more test. Like, I could, because there's a whole bunch of things I do want to test. Like, what would happen if I just changed the Bennett build, or if I removed the Bennett, or without Xiangling. I mean, Bennett's really helpful for the crowd registering because he lets you break the orb much faster. I mean, you get more time on the Goba buff, and even if you just don't ult him. But yeah, like, let's see, we could try it with Mona sometime, or with actually using Raiden. Just so many things we could do. I think that I was really happy that I got this flower, because when I got it, first off, it's amazing for Ball or Raiden. And second off, it almost as good as this. So it actually made me think maybe there's a chance that I can actually improve my Xiangling by swapping her over to this set. Especially because I don't think this works. I don't think the 4-piece works when she's not on the field. And because I use her as a sub DPS, I don't know. Let's see. Also, losing this was a big blow, especially since I lost it for this. But timepiece wasn't that big of a blow, honestly. Like, I lost a bit of crit damage. Oh no, big whoop. Yeah, I could try it with maybe Raiden sometime. Anyway, the will have respawned by now. So the reason I want to try it with Raiden is because if you don't know, when you use her elemental skill, you get a little eye above your character. So one thing that does it that's really nice is it allows you to do electro damage as well, which allows you to overload with Xiangling, which is extremely strong. Especially if you have the 4-piece Burning Witch, because then it's buffed by 40%, and then you have a ton of elemental mastery on Dragon's Bane, or whatever, and she also ascends elemental mastery. Overload is very strong. But the best thing it does is it gives you a 20% increased burst damage on whatever your active character is, and it fills your energy back up. So it's just really nice to see that. Alright, so we'll do that, and we'll do a bit of boing, boing. Okay, that, come here. Get over here. Alright, so yeah, now we've got the crit rate hat on, and we're doing 28k crits. Okay. That's less. So that's more than with the catch. It's significantly more. However, if you're not running Xingqiu, or if you're running her as a sub DPS, which I am quite confident that Dragon's Bane does not work when she is not on the field. So you're not getting that Dragon's Bane effect. Also, if your Dragon's Bane is only R1, I don't know. 20% is still big. It might still be enough. It also might not be enough. Let's see. What other places have nice little ult fillers? Got like the right over here. Got some illegals right here. The crit damage definitely feels better there. Actually, I don't know. I just don't like the idea of dropping that much crit rate. So then so I wanted to test the 2-piece Noblesse, 2-piece Burning Witch, which I actually haven't tried. But then I thought about it a bit more, and I realized that I don't have any super amazing. Like, this one's good. These are both pretty bad. Don't have any pyro damage Noblesse cups. This is fine. It's pretty nice, actually. That one's energy recharge. So I wouldn't be using that if just because the only reason I'm building energy recharge on her is because of the 4-piece emblem. And then I don't have any leveled crit stat Noblesse stuff. And I don't think I could really run her with that. So I would be running her on this hat, which I'm going to be using, because it's better than that. And then I'm going to be running her on, this is a much better goblet. Yeah, I'll be running her on these, obviously, because I got the power damage, I got the good crit rate hat. Now, I don't even have a good timepiece from the Burning Witch set for this, because I've got 2 Elemental Mastery ones from when I was just stacking Elemental Mastery on her. And I've got 1 attack one. Oh, I do not have that attack one anymore. I got rid of it because it was bad. And then I have this one, which I use her on at the moment. So I'm going to be swapping over to this. It has a good amount of energy recharge, crit rate, crit damage, Elemental Mastery. All stats I love. And then we've obviously this feather, which is so good. Then we've got this flower, which is also so good. So this is the set I'm using right now. The pieces I would probably drop for Noblesse. I would use this, I guess. And I would use... I'd have to drop the feather, probably. Because the flower is so strong. The feather is also great, but... I would lose so much... I guess I wouldn't lose that much crit rate. I would be losing a good amount of crit damage, though. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna probably just skip over the 2-piece Noblesse for now. So with this set and the Dragon's Bane, so this is her current main set, we've got 1500 attack with the, keep in mind this is inflated because we've got 2 pyros, and we've got 456 elemental mastery. along with 60% crit rate and 131.6% crit damage. So that's really good. I like that a lot. I wish crit rate was higher, but I don't think it needs to be higher. The R4 Dragon's Bane and all that. So I'm going to try it like this, and then I'm going to go, oh right, I have to actually fill up my ult. Then I'm going to go try it with the catch instead of the Dragon's Bane. Although I'm pretty sure that I have almost definitively proven that the Dragon's Bane is going to be better, at least for this, with the artifacts I have. I feel like that's pretty solidly determined. Oh, well. Well, you can already see just there a bit of the difference. Goba doing 18k vape crits instead of, without Bennett, instead of 20k, I think, with Bennett. So, that's just because, oh, is the game broken? Okay, there we go. That's mostly just because, the Emblem of Severed Fate set does not do anything for Goba. It doesn't. Goba will not get any damage increase because he's not burst damage. And Xiangling does not scale off ER. When I first saw the Emblem of Severed Fate set, I thought that it'll mostly be good on Mona, might not be that good on other characters. Because Mona scales on ER. Like, she really scales on ER. But, I don't know. Alright, so we'll just do that, and then we'll just ult here, then we'll just go, okay. So we do this, we get, 13k, I can't tell if that's a crit, please crit before he dies. I think that's a crit, yeah, she's doing much less damage, okay. That's not even close. So the Emblem of Severed Fate set with Dragon's Bane is clearly far superior. First off, since she doesn't have the energy recharge, her ult is nowhere near as full, and she does much less damage, even with Vaporize, and even with Bennett. So, I don't know, I feel like Emblem of Severed Fate is going to be it is much stronger than the 4-piece Burning Witch. Now, issue is, if I want to use my Vol, she, like, as a DPS at all, she needs these. She really needs these. So, yeah. And remember, like, you could easily, with Dragon's Bane and 4-piece Severed Fate, if you just got better artifacts than me, and you actually leveled your talents, just those, like, leveled her ult, those 2 more levels, had maybe a better Bennett, actually buffed your Zincho, if you used Raiden instead of Xiangling, or even like Sarah instead of Xiangling, you could do much more damage here. You could easily hit 50k per ult hit, and it would be great. It really would. So I feel like she's what's the downtime on her ult attacks? I don't think I've ever even checked that. She's got duration 10 seconds, cooldown 20 seconds. But that 10 seconds doesn't include this, does it? No, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't. There's no way it would be an even number. But there's nothing that 40% of that's just a normal number. It adds that to be 10. So it's 14 seconds long and 20 second cooldown. So it's only a 6-second downtime if you can get it off rip. So if you can get it on, just get it full off cooldown, then you only have a 6-second downtime of her ult. Then we got Xingqiu, 15-second duration, 20-second cooldown. So it'll last 1 second longer than, no, because you have that little time when he's doing the animation, then you swap to her, she does the animation. So it'll end maybe a little bit before Xiangling, most of the time. Wait. But I've noticed that it's actually lasting longer, so maybe it is included. That's so weird. If that's a real 10-second downtime, even with the C4, then I don't think that this as DPS would be that viable. As co-DPS or sub-DPS, quite possibly. Although you've got 2-second switch time, 2-second switch time, 2-second switch time, that's 6 seconds. You drop Goba, that's like another 1 second. And then right after that, your ult is back up. Never mind, you're fine. Yeah, you can get it, just if you include the switch times and all that. Assuming that you keep her up for her entire ult duration, which, I don't know. I think that you could definitely make that work as main DPS. So, things that matter in terms of the Ascension talents here. This, no one cares. It sounds good. It's not that good. This one's really nice. It's really, really nice. I love that one. Now, Constellations, C1 is really good. It's really strong. C2 does nothing for you. It will allow you to, I guess, get a little bit of extra pyro application. It'll make a few more pyro particles, so that'll help you fill up your ults a tiny bit better. C3 just upgrades her ult, always nice. C4 is probably essential to make the duration even worth running her as main DPS. C5 is not necessary whatsoever. And then we've got this. This one's really strong. Because since it raises all party members' pyro damage bonus, means that even when you're not on Xiangling, these characters will get more pyro damage bonus, so that lets her be way better as a sub DPS, because A, all those characters will buff her Pyronado when it's on them, and B, it allows her to also provide some elements of support. So like, if you have Yanfei, if you run Yanfei on Lava Walkers, with a pyro damage goblet, crit rate hat, you got a bunch of crit damage substats on your stuff, you've got an attack percent timepiece, you run that, and then you get Pyronado out, you're getting tons of pyro application, and these are just 2 4-stars, and you're going to be doing tons of damage. Instead of 4-piece Lava Walker, you could also run 4-piece Wanderer's Troop, and that would be really strong as well. The charge attacks would just be doing a lot of damage. See, if you use her with, like, Kaya as a main DPS, you got the, just melt all the time on all the things, and that'd be crazy, and then he'll be buffing all that. It's great. You've got, let's see, usually with Tartaglia, if you're not using, so here's the thing, if you're using her as a sub TPS, you don't want Dragon's Bane, because as I said, it doesn't work. It just does not work. You might, I mean maybe, because it does give her tons of elemental mastery, but if you don't have Raiden, the catch will do better. But catch obviously does more for Raiden than Dragon's Bane does. So, the best thing about this is you're given Xiangling for free. Automatically. Xingqiu, yeah, some people don't have Xingqiu. A lot of people do. Best thing is he's not necessary. You could do it with Kaya, who you're also given guaranteed. Do it with Raiden if you have her. You could do it with Rosaria to get that melt. You could do it with Barbara, actually, too. Because with her E-skill, when you just walk up to people, it will apply wet to them. So you just get that vaporize. Works in Lisa's ult for overload. With Chang'an, it turns your autos into cryo, so you get to melt like that. It buffs Deluxe pyro damage with C6 if you want to do that. It's also just really strong. You've got, it's just more damage with Sucrose there. You've got, let's see, Razor can overload. Tartaglia can vaporize all of his attacks, making him much stronger. So that's why, so Tartaglia and Xiangling are really strong together. It's ridiculous. With Keqing, it doesn't do all that much, honestly. Just because she doesn't have... So the reason that it works with Razor is because he has a lot of range, and he moves forwards a lot with his autos. So he actually gets, like, when enemies get overloaded, they get launched. His autos just allow you to pretty much chase them down. with Kaching, it doesn't work so well because they'll get launched away out of the range of your charged attack. You won't be able to get those stronger hits. They'll be launched out of the range of Xiangling's ult. It's just not a good look. And while you're ulting, they'll get knocked out of both ults. With Mona, well, let's try something. Mona. Details. Weapons. We've got her on the Widsith. Let's swap her over to the Mathomare. Give her that Elemental Mastery. We can go to the artifacts here. We've got two-piece. Yep, that's about right. What's her Elemental Mastery looking like? 173. Yeah. Alright. Now, here's the thing. My Mona is C2, I believe. 2, not 3. Yeah. Yeah, C2. So C2, not important for this. C1, very important for this. Vaporize damage increases. It's very nice. So, if we do this instead, let's go ahead and fill up our ults again. On Friendly Neighborhood Lava Trail over down here. And then, this video is going to be much longer than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. So, see, Mona's just going to make us do so much more damage with her ult. Because even though I only have her ult at level 7, yeah, it's only level 7, we'll do this with the current set that we have. Now, issue is that Mona's not going to be able to give enough Hydro application, actually, because Xiangling just puts too much pyro on them. Mona's not going to be able to do it fast enough. So we're actually going to be using, instead of Xiangling, we are going to use your boy Xingqiu. And I feel like, yeah, we're going to use Xingqiu instead. Here we go. The lava trail right down here. Alright, so up to Bennett, do this. Alright, so now that'll be good in just a second. Alright, yeah, so, yeah, Gobert is like 21k there, that's insane. So yeah, now we've got her ult. Oh my gosh. You just run up here, do this. Do that. Oh my god. Alright, there we go. And then go ahead and there, do this, swap back over to her. Alright. Dodge. Hit him with that again. Alright, now we've got it. Now, we're gonna leave. We're gonna go kill the Registine again. This, okay, this is gonna be a little bit silly. The hope is that it doesn't die instantly. Mona shouldn't be too strong at the moment. The goal is not to one-shot. It is to just see how much, realistically, with a realistic team. So we've got a bit of that, and we swap here, we do this. So we get, yeah. So, almost 50k, like 2 seconds of her ult or something, and it's dead. Just the power of Mona with any pyro character. Like, I could do it with my level 20 D-Luck, and he would do 45k. Well, probably not actually much. He would do, like, at least 30, though. 30k. He is, like, Mona's just ridiculous when you use her as a support. When you use her as a DPS, that's a big investment. It can pay off, but it'll take time and a lot of effort. Another really nice thing about Mona, though, is she does make a lot of particles. So, and so does Xingqiu. Sadly, they're all hydro particles, but they will fuel each other. Bennett can fuel Xiangling, and it's all good. So we're going to fill up ults one more time, then we're going to try it on a little bit of a harder boss. We're going to see what we can do here. I'm going to use some food buffs, because, oh, I swear to God, this is a pyro one, I'm going to be upset. And I'm going to use, if it is a pyro one, then I'm not going to do it. Then it's really just not going to work very well. Shoot, I don't want to. You know what? Oh God. These guys over here. How do we always trigger Sack Sword? It's only R3. It hasn't got that much of a chance. Alright. Yeah, so boing. Okay, let's do some of that. There we go. Oh my gosh, yeah. With this set, she has like no ER. That's okay though. We don't need it. We'll be fine. Haha. Oh gosh. Oh God, this is ugly. I do not like how bad my game is running right now. That scares me for the quality of the recording. So recording is always at least a little bit worse. Okay, you know what? For this one, I think I'm gonna swap her over to 4-piece emblem, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can pull off some really crazy damage. We'll see. And I'm going to be going with the crit damage. I'm not going to do that at all until I see... Is it Pyro? No, it's Electro. Let's go. Okay. Finally. Okay, so here we go. We got a bit of artifacts. We'll swap her. We'll go over to... Oop. That is the right flower, yeah. Is it? No, it's not. Wait, I want to make sure that I know that that's the one that Ball is going to use. So I got so many good flowers from this set, and nothing else in this set is good for me. Yeah, so we'll swap over to that as well. We've got this for the crit rate. We've got this for the pyro damage, even though it's a terrible piece. And then we've got crit damage hat here. Now, I am going to keep using Dragon's Bane, of course, because now we've got 2 Hydro characters even. So, that'll be even more effective. We've got really low attack, pretty low crit rate. But, there's no but there. The crit rate does not go up at all from anything else. We got good crit damage, though. And it will go up when I eat this Adeptus Temptation I plan to use. Alright, so, foods... Adeptus Temptation, use. Fire damage potion, use. And that's all I want to use. Alright then. Onwards! Alright, so now we wait for him to stand. That takes ages, so we're just gonna get the C2 effect on him real quick, I guess. Might as well. Alright, so now can I hit him? Alright, so now we'll do this. Okay, we'll do this. And we'll swap to Xiangling. Okay, 30k, 50k, 70k, 19k, 45k, 51k. I'm about to die here, aren't I? Nope, I'm fine. I don't know why I am, but I am. And it's dead. Nice! Ha! This is a build. I don't know what else I could say about that. This is, yeah, like, after the food, see, we've got, now at least decent attack. Got 12% higher crit rate, and we've got a little bit higher pyro damage bonus here. Because of C6, during the ult, we had another 15% pyro. So that brought us up to 86.6% pyro. And then, because of Goba, it had minus 20% pyro, minus 15% pyro resistance. So like, and also we had the C1 here, which was vaporized damage increased by 15%. We also had the Mona ult effect, which is just damage bonus of 54%. We also had the Bennett bonus of 90% here, with his ult, and he had 1500 base attack. Not 1500 base attack, what is it? 800 base attack, with a little bit off, with a little bit more with the C1. And then we had Xingqiu shredding Hydro Res, which didn't do very much there, but it's mostly just Xingqiu giving us Vaporize. So that's it's a build, alright. It's not hard to do. You, unfortunately, because Xiangling isn't a 5-star, obviously she couldn't ascend crit rate. So you need to supplement her crit rate with artifacts. You need to make or a weapon, I guess. But I definitely think that Dragon's Bane is very good on her if you're planning to use her as your main damage dealer. It's less good, not bad, less good if she's a sub DPS. Because it does have that elemental mastery, that's still nice. That'll still work when you're off the field. The difficult part is that the actual strong part of the spear, which is its effect, does not work, much to my dismay. So, yeah. Has its ups and downs. Alright, there we go, let's swap back to that. Just because Raiden needs her set back. And I will show a video soon just detailing, because her artifacts have changed a great deal. She is much stronger than she was before. Much stronger than she was before. Wait, that's not what she's supposed to have. I don't think she had 177% crit damage. She did. Okay. Interesting. Must have been the flower that changed that. Flower is pretty recent. Alright. And we've got much better energy recharge than we did before. So, I'm quite happy with it. Another thing about this Mona is she's built for energy recharge as well. So, that's really nice. She actually does scale off energy recharge with her hydro damage bonus. Just the power of Vaporize with Mona's ult is insane. Bennett helped. He was not necessary. He definitely made it much easier to live the attacks. Xingqiu helped us vaporize every hit because Mona does a lot of hydro, does not do as much hydro when she's off the field, because her E skill doesn't pulse as fast as I might like. Now, obviously, I was just showcasing Xiangling. If I were actually trying to go really fast, I would have swapped him over to this level 80 sack sword, gone to artifacts, given him an actually decent set. This is pretty decent, not gonna lie. But probably would have gone with the, whoa, I don't even know what he was on before. Would have actually given him, like, leveled stuff. I don't know, I have this extra Hydro Feather here that was on him before. And I had, what did he even have as a timepiece? I don't know. We've got this, though, which we could have used. What is his timepiece right now? Is it, like, way down here? Yeah, it's this one. This one's really good, though. But, yeah, he would probably have been on this, right? And then, instead of that +0 one, would have put him on my Tartalia's cup here. And I would have given him, I don't care that much about crit stats on him, personally. I probably would have gone for Elemental Mastery, but I could have definitely gone for crit stats. Like, I could totally just switcheroo there, keep him on this and level that in a bit. like, not really in a bit, but just later. And then I can keep them on this because I have 3, which is enough for all of my characters. And then, like, this one's fine. This one's fine. This one's pretty good. That one's also pretty good. Yeah. What would the 4th one be? I do like using him with the 4-piece here. I think that's fantastic. Also, think it's not necessary. I'll probably just put him on that. It's not amazing, but, you know. And with all that, he would have, even with this suboptimal leveling and stuff, 201 energy recharge, which is a 50% boost to his burst. And only 82 elemental mastery, that's fine. Yeah, this is what I would have done. So let me go ahead and swap this back. Don't want my Chi-Chi on a level 40 weapon. Even if it's still the right weapon, she scales off attack for her healing, so she needs that base attack from leveling it up. She needs new artifacts too, honestly. Like, she heals enough, but I've had these things for ages, and this isn't good at all. I just don't have anything better from that set here. And I want to keep running an attack goblet, which this is insane. But I don't want to, put her on... I don't want to put her on my fizz damage goblet here, because she does scale off attack. I don't think she's base attack. If she has base attack, I'll probably actually swap over to this. Let's see. I'll check that in a second. And then I would have put her on... Yeah, so she's got... I think she's actually got a pretty good maiden hat, right? Oh, no, she hasn't got a maiden hat. She's got this attack hat here, which is not amazing. I don't have any maiden hats. That's fine, though. And then flower. I think I do have one maiden flower. It's pretty meh. Yep. I might try to raise her HP or defense or something. I don't know. Feather's not fantastic. It has some energy recharge. Yeah, that's right. I do need a bit more energy recharge. Let's check, though. So this is... skills based on Chi-Chi's attack. Not Chi-Chi's base attack, Chi-Chi's attack. Therefore, it's good to have lots of attack on your Chi-Chi. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. 1600 is the minimum amount of attack your Chi-Chi should have. Because otherwise, she's not healing right. Or, well, I guess you could level her talents instead, but I'm healing probably as much as most... I'm healing as much as a lot of Chi-Chis. And I only have talent level 444. You don't need to level her talents that high. 444 should be enough as long as you have a higher level weapon. Sack Sword's best because Sack Sword's broken and it will just let you A, get your ult back faster, and B, actually keep your healing E skill up. Yeah. I do think that Chi-Chi is good in Spiral Abyss. And she definitely has her place. It's just not here. Alright. Yeah, everybody's gonna have Xiangling. Just gotta clear, I think, floor 4, chamber 3 of Spiral Abyss, and you get Xiangling. They just give her to you. Even at C0, it's good. C1, she's significantly stronger. Then nothing happens until C4. And yeah. C0 is all you need to run this. And she just gets better the more you have. Talents, just level this up. Level this up. Like, you don't need to level this technically, but come on. Come on. That's really strong. He does lots of damage. And then we've got so much damage on this. This is actually ridiculous. Yeah, it's a duration of 10 seconds and it swings around probably like every second and a half. So you get 1, 2, 3, and then that takes about a second and a half for all 3 of those. And then you have see, 8.5 seconds left. So, you get around 5 to 6 more hits after these 3 of 213%, with which you can vaporize if you want. It does a lot of damage. And, like, when you compare that to Eula, who's got base 627, 128 per stack, and max stacks of 30, which makes it 4,000% scaling, or almost. No, that's not 4,000. Yeah, it is. It's just about 4,000 scaling. That's insane. Especially when you throw the physical. But that's a 5-star DPS character. This character can play support, character can play sub DPS, character can play main DPS because she's got, these are pretty bad, but they're fast. And there's a little thing called the Crescent Pike, which, the way this works, it says your normal charge attacks deal an additional damage equal to 20% of your attack for 5 seconds. That sounds like, yeah, that's cool. Why is it so good? Because it means it does an additional instance of damage, which can crit individually, and can also generate particles individually, because you have a small chance every time you hit something of creating particles, and it also gives you fizz damage bonus, and it's so good on Xiangling, because she attacks really fast. And it's got pretty high base attack as well. It's a really good weapon. Now, yeah, so you can main DPS with that. You could do Pyro main DPS. Don't suggest it unless you have Dragon's Bane. This weapon will carry the character if you're playing DPS with Pyro. Otherwise, she's support or sub DPS. If you're doing Pyro, obviously there's still a physical Crescent Pike. Crescent Pike is craftable, by the way. And it's the best supports for Xiangling. If you want a main DPS, Mona, Bennett, Xingqiu, Xiangling. It's like all the basic ones. Raiden. Fischl's not bad. Got Beto as well for some overloads. Sucrose is just great for everybody. If you have, I don't have it, but if you have Diona C6, then she's pretty insane. Buff your elemental mastery by 200, and gets you a bunch of cryo so you can melt a bunch. Changyun's pretty nice. And this one's just Electro Bennett. So actually, even if she did all the things that Bennett did, she'd still be worse for Xiangling specifically, because Xiangling does need Bennett as a battery, and because he's Pyro. Let's see. Rosaria's always nice. Kaya's ridiculously underrated as a support. Like, everybody knows, yeah, you can main DPS, you got all the physical damage, he's not bad. You can go crit rate, you can go straight physical damage, you can go crit damage if you really wanted to. You could do anything you want. But he also ascends energy recharge. And, he also just gets... Okay, so, look. 116% skill damage, level 7. Duration, 8 seconds. Energy cost, only 60. Cooldown, 15. That's a 7-second downtime. Which, by the time you're swapping through all your other characters, you're off downtime. And since you just want to, like, do maybe an E-skill, when you're using support, you want an E-skill, ult, swap to your main DPS. Get as much as you can out of this, because it will give you freeze for free, melt for free, superconduct for free. If you're running double cryo, it'll just put cryo on everything all the time. So you just get that crit rate up. Let's see. He's not that good with a lot of animal characters. Just the ults range isn't enough for that. No one cares about Crystallize, really. So, yeah, I just don't see why you wouldn't at least try to actually build them. If you're trying to win, I guess. So, he also has this. Makes it much easier to get it back. This one does, like, nothing, honestly. It's a little bit of survivability. So this is really nice. It just gives him cryo resonance at all times. This is insane. Every time Glacial Waltz defeats an opponent during its duration is increased by 2.5 seconds up to a maximum of 15 seconds. Allow me to draw your attention to the cooldown. You can have 100% uptime on Kaya's ult if you get C2. C3 just upgrades his ult. Oh, no, it doesn't. Upgrades his E skill. C4 doesn't do that much at all, really. It's not that helpful. C5 just upgrades his ult. C6, it makes his ult even better and even more impossible to not have off cooldown all the time. Yeah, scales pretty well too. This thing has pretty high damage. He has good autos. Kaya's very good. Very underrated. Everyone agrees that he's, like, the best of the starter characters out of Amber, Kaya, and, Lisa. But, I don't know. Traveler's also criminally underrated. That's changing. See, I'm trying to find... right, I remember what I was trying to do. I was trying to find a character I could actually compare Xiangling to, Xiangling's Goba to, fairly. Although you have to remember, Goba hits like 6 times, so that's more like 1200% scaling, and you can vaporize on it. So keep that one in mind. Let's look at Kaching. Even as a 5-star, that's still just much lower. Because even though it has a shorter cooldown, right? And you get all the electro effects and everything. So you just do that. You have 325 just about. And then you can do it twice in the time that Goba exists. That's right around 650 scaling. Sure, you get extra bonuses on it, but it's a 5-star. Goba also gives extra bonuses. He does a 20% pyro drop if you have C1. Which means you have to roll her one time because they give you one for free. And then, yeah, that's pretty nice. So she doubles Kaching. Tartaglia is not fair at all because he's crowned and has all this stuff. This is only level 3, so it's also still stronger. And Goba will do more damage over the entire duration, though. Although Goba's level 11, this is level 3, so what's the scaling look like here? So we just say 20 times 8 is 160. That still puts it at only 380. That's actually a lot still. So assuming it gets 20% every level, that's 380. You can do it twice. That's still 760. Beats out Razor. I mean, obviously, it's going to beat out Xinyan. Does not beat Traveler. Or does. Traveler's also 2 levels lower. Gets 24% twice. 48%. That would be 470. Yeah, still beats out Traveler, but Traveler can't vaporize anyway, so really beats out Traveler. Although with Xiangling, you do have the disadvantage of not being able to control its range. It's not fair to compare because this one's like pretty much a support move. This one's pretty much a setup move. This one's really strong because Melt is stronger than Vaporize and all that, and you know. But its 6 cooldown still beats out Kaya, even though this thing's level 7. And how much does grow? I think it's not that good growth though. Or not. Maybe it's 19% and I'm dumb. Assuming that it gets 4 more 19%, that's like, it's 76%. Still beats it out, but it's, that's strong. Oz, also not fair. Oz lasts 10 seconds, does 142% at level 8, and hits like 20 times. Beto's 470% at level 9. Goes up by a lot. Yeah. Okay, somewhere you can do it twice. It'll beat out Beto, but Beto gets Overload, which is really strong. But so does Goba, actually. So you know what? Goba definitely beats out Beto. But you also have the disadvantage of not getting the damage reduction, not having the range thing again. It's level 3. It's 21% times 8 is 100. Okay. Cooldown of 15 seconds, but if you have C1 and a sack frags, that's that's still a lot of damage. That'll still be yeah, that'll if you have C1 and a sack frag, assuming this is level 11, that'll beat out Goba. But it can't vaporize or melt or overload. So, you know, well, Rosaria's stupid strong, doesn't count. Yeah, Xiangling's like one of the better characters in the game. I've been saying this since day one, when I had her built with 900 elemental mastery. Yeah, she was still good. Let's see, we've got yeah, she just beats out almost every character in the game, honestly. Just in terms of raw damage on Goba. Unfortunately, though, yeah, as I said, he can't move. Enemies can move. They'll move out of the way pretty often. And you'll only get, like, maybe 2 or 3 hits a lot of the time. That's what makes level 20 Ascended so nice. It makes him have much more range. Also, it scales. It's pretty bad, actually. You know what? Never mind. I'll stop talking about that. Nothing really. But Eula beats this. But Eula's Eula. And Eula can't ult while she's off the field. Yeah. I just feel like it's unfair to compare anything to Eula. She's by far my strongest build, like, full build. I guess Tartalia's the most improved, but Eula's base is so much better than Tartalia's base that I think Eula's just better than Tartalia. But Tartalia is more fun, so that's what counts. I guess it's like, yeah, just the fact that you can get it back so quickly after it's over, just by going through and renewing your other setups, is absurd. Xiangling can carry your entire account for the entire game without any issues at all. Cause yeah, just let's see, if you have a team of only characters that you are guaranteed, you've got Xiangling, you've got so you could use Xiangling, you could use Barbara for a little bit of vaporize there. If you're using Xiangling as support, that's pretty nice. Or even as a main DPS, you could do that. Usually you're going to use Xiangling as a physical main DPS if you're only using free characters. Probably don't want to use Amber, but maybe. And then there's Kaya for the melt. As I said. And then the last unit would be probably Traveler, honestly. Probably Traveler. Got Geo Traveler is absurd. Animo Traveler can collect the enemies if you wanted. Electro Traveler can just be Beto and give you the overload if you wanted. You could run Kaya, Electro Traveler, and Xiangling, using Xiangling as a main physical DPS, getting that super conduct. Oh, or you could use Noelle instead for a shielder so that you don't get interrupted. Lots of options. Lots of options. And they're all good. The team that, if I had every character in the game at whatever constellation I wanted, I would choose to use Xiangling. I would even, no matter what, actually, I would use Xiangling on my team. I would have Xiangling at C6. I would have Mona at... I'm not going to, like, give any more than actually helps with the teams. Let's see. Mona at C4, or Xiangling at C6, Mona at C4, Bennett at C5, and I might even actually just still use Xingqiu, but probably a Kazuha. I don't even know what his constellations do. I know that C6 isn't going to be helpful for the team. C1 really would. It would just help everybody fill their ults much faster. C. Maybe I wouldn't use that. I probably would, though. Yeah, I'd go with Kazuha, though, instead of Xingqiu. Or I would either use C6 Xingqiu or C4 Mona, and I would use Kazuha instead of the other one. And I would still be using Bennett just because Pyro Battery got all that buffing, and we need healing. We got all that. I would be using like Emblem of Fate on Xiangling with a Dragon's Bane. Be running but if I could have any weapon, well, honestly, maybe level 90 sacrifice, because then you have a ton of elemental mastery off that, which will let you buff Xiangling's damage much more. And then we've got Bennett would be on a Kila Favonia. Little Skyward Blade is pretty good. When I use Xingqiu, he would be Sack Sword, and I would have Kazuha on Freedom Sword just because buffs. And the goal would just be to buff Xiangling to the point where she nukes everything. Now, there's one thing I kind of want to try. So, I'm going to go ahead and fill up my ults one last time. And then I'm going to use her as if we were in a vacuum. I'm going to not use any other characters on the team. We'll see how much that matters. Because not being able to vaporize, not being able to, so Dragon's Bane will still work halfway. So the Elemental Mastery won't be doing anything because we won't be getting any reactions. However, we will be getting, since the enemy would be affected by Pyro, we'll be getting that. Yeah, just gotta fill up ult once. We'll see if she can still kill it without any Vaporize, without Bennett, without Mona, without, like, anything. Oh, I shouldn't have dropped that. It slowed me down a bit. Okay, well. Yeah, there we go. So then. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove these guys from my party setup entirely. Make sure I didn't take off artifacts while I was talking. I did actually. Okay, swap her back because she's gonna need that since she's not gonna be able to be doing any Vaporize or anything. She's gonna be needing this flat damage buff. Okay, I'm not expecting her to one phase. Honestly, I'm not. Just like I think that if I had other characters even on the team, even if they didn't do anything, I think that she very possibly might. I think maybe we go with crit rate over crit damage here. I don't know. Just because it's one character, we don't have the buffs to anything. We'll go with this. So we've got 1500 attack, 77. We've still got our food buffs. Not for very long, I think. Though they might run out by the time we might need them. I don't know. I don't expect to lose. I do know how to fight this thing, even though I haven't actually fought it for mats in ages. Alright. Oh, well, it's broken. Well, that's fun. Do like that. Love it when it's broken. Are we gonna work? Good? Hey, we good, bro?